Hello everybody, SirMonkeySuit here, back again with Code Geass. We're on episode 10 of Season 2, and in the last episode, shit is going down. We're in the Chinese Federation now, a completely different area, across the sea, and shit is already kicking off. We already know where we're heading, and it's quite nuts. We've got Schneisel, who's there now, and he's sort of like the main one instigating everything that's going on. So obviously there was an arranged marriage between the Chinese Empress and the first Prince of Britannia. So there's a possible alliance that could have happened if Shinkei, the guy who's wanting to protect the Empress, jumps in, stops it all, and then Zero shows up to actually kidnap the Empress himself. Now I think there's more to that than meets the eye, but we will find out. And also Jeremiah's back. We had a whole lot of fucking things happen last episode. It was a great episode. Chess with Schneisel and whatnot. Lelouch backed off. Mental fucking games already happening. It's all kicking off. And Nina's still nuts as always. But yeah. I'm going to keep it short. And we're going to get in episode 10 because I'm interested to see what happens next. So without further ado, let's go.
Xianlin, the guests are fleeing the reception hall just as we predicted. But we have reports that Zero has shown up as well.
Zero? Is Zero using our plan for his own purposes?
Do you think you're able to free the Empress alone? You're mistaken.
You even had a nightmare prepared for this?
I never thought the Zangetsu's first mission would be to steal a bride from a wedding.
Toto!
Zangetsu.
Right. I'm on it.
Bleach thing.
He's on Zaku.
It can't be! Master Toto?
Oh
While you
shit.
can, Your Highness.
Enter phase 3.
We're on our way.
Yes, now!
Damn. Oh
With this
man.
Zangetsu, I can take on a Class 1 warrior like Suzaku.
Toto, return to your unit. You destroyed the Lancelot's float unit, so he can't pursue us. That's enough for now.
Your Majesty, you'll soon be outside the Forbidden City.
Deploy the Dragon Cavalry to pursue them.
Are they trying to escape through a gap in our radar surveillance network?
Absurd! How could they know that? It's barely 10 days since they arrived here.
We can resupply the Zangetsu and the Guden after we return to the Ikaruga.
Are we? Outside the palace? Yes. I'm sorry, I didn't expect that your dream would come true in such a violent way like this, but... you remembered about my dream too! You both did!
Things the same of Kaguya and Shinkei.
Now take the next right.
No, we go straight here.
What, you know how to get there?
Long ago, there's something
She's been here
Our
before.
nation, we need you.
The Indian Southern Province has already promised support. Mongolia and Burma will probably move with them.
This union of United States will form an axis to oppose Britannia.
Our nation's already a federated system.
All systems are limited. That's why the High Eunuch sold you to Britannia for their own ambition.
Are you sure you want to leave her to Kaguya?
Since the Empress doesn't respond to theoretical arguments,
You don't like that.
it's hard to deal with.
Which is just a
Say,
child,
Zero,
isn't it? So.
have you come up with some kind of position for me yet? Or head of banking?
How about Grand Minister of Partying?
I told you to quit making fun of me like that! Come on, we're old buddies, right?
I'm gonna notice that from now on.
Bridge is gone?
They are such fools.
They fell for it just as I thought they would. Asahina!
I'm on it. All units ready for attack.
Nice.
We're surrounded.
Oh.
What? Okay, let's try out these new weapons.
Oh shit.
They've taken out our strike force, haven't they?
Shinkei, we're willing to overlook your crimes if you can bring back our Empress.
We'll even give you a new weapon.
That went more smoothly than I'd hoped. Perhaps I should thank Shinkei for setting his own plan in motion. He's a talented strategist. I was working on the same
Oh,
thing.
someone's getting jelly.
While we were setting our traps, we found some of Shinkei's men setting theirs on the same escape route. Is there news from Hodai Island?
Reinforcements from India have already arrived there.
The Empress.
An attack?
Strange. We should have had at least an hour before we encountered enemy forces. What is it? Why is it equipped with the same flight system we use?
Is that Shinkei?
Nightmare frame Shenhu.
It is, isn't it?
And it's only running at 40% of full output.
Yeah. Ah!
My Unix have built it.
You underestimate the Shenhu at your peril.
I'm caught!
Can you hear me, Zero?
It can't be. Shinke?
Zero, you shall not pass.
Hello everyone, just a reminder that if you go to the link in the description to my Patreon and get the early access tier for $5 a month, you can get access to 4 episodes of Code Geass every single week. That's 2 on Friday, 2 on Monday. So if you're clamouring for more reactions from me more frequently, then again, it's in the description below to my Patreon, early access tier for $5 a month. On with the video. I mean, I feel like the kind of both want the same things.
Exactly why I'm calling.
The
I want
Empress.
to know why we've stopped here. It's completely soundproof in here, but
Now,
So I feel like a
return
vibration
the
and shit.
Empress.
Shinke!
A flight-enabled Gurren. Colin Koski. Even so, the Shenhu will crush you.
Get him, Colin! But it isn't recharged.
Fire shot! Not bad.
Me, Shenhu. Show me your power.
Oh no, that's...
You know what it is?
He knows because our team built it. What are you saying? We developed it at the same time as the Gurren, but it was too high-spec to handle. A one-of-a-kind nightmare that no pilot could master. Until now.
Eat this!
Try this.
Oh shit. Oh.
But how did our enemies obtain it?
The solidarity of the Indian forces might be split against us.
It's like brother and sister units.
Maharaja.
Does it have a weakness?
And piloting it takes skills that are almost beyond human.
Well, there's a human piloting it now, isn't there? Your fate is sealed.
That's right, and so is yours.
What?
Really? Yeah.
Then I have no choice. I'm going to have to crush you.
My power supply!
Ah shit. Metal battery.
She can't eject.
We can cut the cables with a pincer move.
Roger. I didn't choose this course, you did. I have only one objective. To release the Empress. Release her at once. Damn it. Now of all times.
Chinese Federation behind us! A huge force!
Oh, fucking hell.
Anti-aircraft barrage. Cover Master Shinke.
Colin, no!
The Chinese Federation?
She's their prisoner?
Fuck.
Possible.
Cullen, is your radio working?
Sorry I failed you.
Ah.
About that.
Don't give up. I promise I'll save you. Am I clear?
I understand. I won't give up. I'll do what you
I respectfully suggest we withdraw.
What? We have to get Colin back.
Colin Koski is a single combat loss. Consider our choice. You don't take on an enemy like the Chinese Federation over a single life, no matter who it is. Zero, it's your decision. You gave special comfort to Captain Koski before. If you show her favoritism now, it could put our entire operation at risk. Grand plans require sacrifice.
I'm waiting, Lelouch.
Fuck. Why couldn't he just take the Empress out? Tell him. I feel like they want the same thing.
I've made my decision. We're going in now.
But why? If we lose, we'll be crushed.
Oh.
If the Indian forces betray us, we'll also be crushed.
Yes.
We'll teach Shinke the difference between strategy and tactics.
Right. Yes, sir.
Thank you, Zero.
Say, Suzaku, did you see these? Show him those photos, Lady Alstream.
Oh, Lelouch.
Huh? Lelouch?
And there's
Surely
C2!
Colin must be really mad.
I knew it! I knew that would come
That's
back to
right.
fucking
We
bite
have
him
to
in the
contact
arse.
Ashford.
Is this also Lelouch?
Black Knight,
Fuck.
prepare for battle. So the Chinese Federation battle plan will be
To put the Shenhu on the front line and break through.
our sinner.
I'll stop the Shenhu.
No,
My
Toto
Zangetsu.
versus no.
Dragon Cavalry 3.
We've blocked Shinke. Akatsuki team, fire!
The battle will be decided by the skill of the warriors.
All tasks at hand are clear. Begin counterattack. Chiba, right flank. Asahina, left flank.
Oh,
Hit
look,
the
it's
four
surrounding them.
units. Once the Shenhu's power's used up and Shinke's neutralized, the battle is ours.
There's more? You've deployed all your forces to try to finish us, Zero?
Such wild risks.
Just a reckless daredevil.
Fucking.
Shinke, your plan was to rip down the bank of the waterway, but I lowered the water levels before the battle.
Oh,
There is enough
shit.
to trap you. That, Zero, is why you lost.
What the?
It's all reclaimed irrigation land. Even Zero didn't know about the corruption and shoddy construction. Shinkai led the way alone, and then drew them back into the position he wanted.
Shinkai, he knows the land though.
You know I challenge him directly to deploy my forces in this exact formation. Is the very land of our nation that is giving us this victory.
Yeah, he does. Oh.
Zero, you've lost. Shinkai!
This battle is far from over!
All forces advance!
Acknowledged!
Take care of their nightmares later. Concentrate fire on the enemy ship's engine room.
I've never been outmaneuvered like this. What a disgrace.
Zero, I gave you my opinion. I told you to withdraw.
Then do it! Protect the engine room and pull back all forces. Ogi, what about the other place?
Right.
You've earned your victory, Shinkai. I should have killed you first. You're as good a tactician as I am and as strong a warrior as Susaki. You could say the heavens blessed you twice.
Yes, but the heavens didn't give him enough time to live.
Aim at both enemy flanks! Fire!
Impressive, Zero.
Recovery of all remaining nightmares is now confirmed.
Now we just wait for the Indian forces.
I doubt they're coming.
I thought we told you not to move.
Did you really think we'd forgive you after you plotted against us?
And now they're going
This is not
against
the time
Shinkai
for
again.
revenge.
You've become obsolete. We have more powerful forces to service now.
Never anticipated the Knights of the Round getting into this fight. Aid from Britannia? From the Avalon?
D-Todd, get our little trick ready.
What? You mean here?
Everything is in place. I have to strive for victory, even in this hopeless situation.
Taking advantage of an attempted coup, Zero appeared and kidnapped the young Chinese empress.
Oh, really? You're okay then, Madam Prez?
I'm with
Talking about Zero now.
Oh, thank God! Madam Prez is all right!
What?
Island to the Japanese. And so
He
it
was
seems
never
that
there?
Zero, the Empire's greatest enemy, is about to meet his end across the sea in the Chinese Federation.
What? What? Okay, episode 10. Fucking hell. These episodes are so good. Lelouch is... I said Lelouch was never in China, but no, he must be. He is, because we've seen him take off his helmet over there. So how the hell is he back in Ashford? I've been trying to think about it, and I was trying to think, well, Rolo's there, but even that wouldn't work. Because you can only stop time in a certain area, right? So it's not like... It's not like he could, like, keep times... Like, it's not like he could have kept time stopped just for Shirley and Rivel, and then undo it, and Lelouch is there, like, almost like it happened in the past. Like, that can't happen. So how the fuck is that... How does that work? How is Lelouch there? What? I'm so confused. There's not another facet of Rolo's abilities, is there? At least not that we know of. Because I thought it would probably make sense. Like, because that was the only thing that's popped into my mind. It's like, well, Lelouch is in China. He is with them. Because I've seen him take his fucking helmet off. There. And he was doing everything over there. So so my next thought was, well, Rolo's back there, and he has a sort of like a Geass that's related to time, but it's just to stop time. It's not to like. How? How? Fuck. That's going to do my head in, because I have no clue how he would have pulled that off. That's gonna blow my mind when they tell me how they've pulled that off, because I have no idea. Okay. So I wrote down at the right. So we'll begin from the very start. So I wrote down quick that Lelouch was probably just acting out, like, you know, thinking out quick. What can I do? I need to stop this marriage. So something needs to happen. As long as the marriage doesn't happen, the Chinese Federation and the Britannian Empire will not become like sort of like official allies and become one. So I'm just going to have to kidnap her then. So that's probably what happened. Zangetsu, I love that. I love that that's the name of Todo's nightmare frame. Because it's a Bleach thing. And Bleach is like out of the top 3, that's my favorite show. Like, so like Bleach, Naruto, and One Piece. I never watched One Piece, but Bleach was, you know, it's a lot of my childhood. That Todo as well, acknowledging Suzaku's ability, like even putting him above Todo's level in terms of combat ability. That was nice. He said, like, even with the Zangetsu, I can take on Suzaku now. Class 1 he related it to. And then later on, it was actually confirmed that Shinke is actually level with Suzaku, but has the sort of the tactics and the strategy, the mind required, like Lelouch has. So he, like, Shinke might be one of the like top tier fucking guys of the show. Like, he's able to do both. God, he's a badass as well. And that Shenhu nightmare's fucking awesome as well. Suzaku, no, not Suzaku. What the fuck? I don't know why. It's because I wasn't even supposed to say Suzaku. I was supposed to say C2, but for some reason the last thing I looked at was Suzaku's name, and that's what I said. But C2 says that she's been here before, long ago, because the Grandmaster of Partian was he said to turn left, and then she was like, no, we'll go straight here. And she was like, no, what are you talking about? And she was like, because before, long ago, and then it just cut out. So she's been here before, long ago. I don't know what I don't know what they're planning. I mean, Lelouch must have known about it because they went to the same place, so I don't know. It was almost like C2 was doing it of her own accord, but then but she doesn't do that though, does she? She does whatever Lelouch wants her to do, so I don't know. But yeah, Grandmaster of Partying, like, that's what I'm referring to him as now. It's great. So yeah, we had obviously the battle with Shinke. The eunuchs offered him a deal to go get the Empress back, and then at the end it didn't even matter anyway. They turned on him because at that point they had the help of the Britannian Empire with Schneisel and whatnot. So Shinke outdoing Lelouch pretty much at every turn. I mean, Lelouch did say that he was a master strategist, but then he ended up being a master tactician as well. So, you know, using his knowledge of, like, you know, it's his land, he's aware of it, he can use that to his advantage, and he did. So, you know, that's something that, you know, you'll always have the advantage in this sort of country, or in this, you know, this land for that, because Lelouch he's unaware of all of that stuff over here. So yeah. The Shenhu was that was made at the same time as the Gurren, and it was too high tech to use back then. What does that mean? Why build something that's too high tech? You know what I mean? It's strange. But it was made at the same time in the Gurren. There's a lot of similarities to it. So it's almost like they're almost like sister units. But yeah, because of that whole fight with Colin and Shinke, Colin ran out of juice and she's ended up being captured. I'm guessing she's been taken straight to the Chinese Federation, and now without Shinke and whatnot there, that's fucking dangerous. And Lelouch went, you know, with Detard giving orders to just turn back and not let emotions get the better of him. Lelouch ended up, you know, trying to go straight for Colin and try and get her back. It's a tough one because obviously you don't want to leave Colin behind. in some regard, you know, Datard's very, he is right. It's just like it's one. Yes, it is Colin. It's tough. You can see both sides. But it plays a good point. Like emotions getting the better of Lelouch, whereas before he probably wouldn't have done that. Like he probably would have done what Datard wanted and just and backed off and regrouped. So things have changed, and I think it's, you know, goes along with the fact that, you know, with Lelouch's character development and his sort of like his change now he's not thinking more logically. There's a lot more emotions taking a hold, that it presents a hell of a lot of new challenges. Like before, where he seemed very like alone, and there was always the obstacle of the Black Knights, you know, not trusting Zero or whatever because he wouldn't give up anything. Now Zero's willing to kind of do that stuff, and because of that, the Black Knights, most of them are with him, but you risk a lot of shit. You know, that decision could have gone really badly. Of course, it's Lelouch, so he always has plans up his sleeve, but you know, if it had gone as bad as it could have, he could have just wiped out his whole fucking shit there. So yeah, it's definitely it's a tough one. Whatchamacallit, Anya has photos of C2, of course, with Lelouch with the bag over her head. Like, I just knew it. I knew back then that would not be nothing. You know what I mean? Because all it was a little scene with C2, how Lelouch went and got her and said, are you are you joking? What the hell do you think you're doing? Put a bag over her head, let her like back, and then that was it. That was like the end of the scene. And it's like, well, you don't just put that in for no reason. What are you doing? Filling out the episode? I knew that was going to come back, like bite them back in the ass. Now, it hasn't been really fuck's sake, man, I can't remember the word. The photo hasn't exactly been analysed a lot. Like, it's not like they're looking precisely at the photograph. But I mean, why else would you go through it? It's like so at some point they're gonna figure it out. It's like, yeah, that's gonna be the thing that ends up being, yeah, fucking Lelouch is still with C2, therefore he must be Zero. But considering what happened at the end of this episode with Lelouch being back at Ashford Academy, he now has an alibi. I'm still. How did he do that? How could you be in China? And Lelouch said, right, let's play this trick. What? I don't understand. Well, that can't be the trick, because Lelouch being back in Ashford Academy doesn't exactly help our situation here, does it? That I feel like that the thing with Lelouch being back in Japan is something completely different. I think that's supposed to cement some kind of alibi for him for something else. This isn't going to help him, like, in the situation they're in right now in China. It makes no sense to me. There has to be something that hasn't been explained yet. Like, I don't know. I just... Maybe they've got teleportation technology. I don't know. How the fuck is that even possible? This is going to do my head in until fucking Monday. This is going to really do my head in. Okay. So, everything that happened regarding, you know, Zero kidnapping the Empress, which of course he was using Shinkei's sort of using Shinkei as sort of like a the plan that Shinkei had to rescue the princess from getting, or the Empress from getting married. Lelouch used that as an advantage, like, you know, as a sort of diversion and an advantage for him to get in and take the Empress for himself. So obviously there is a bit of bad blood there. But there's this whole thing with the Empress being there with Kaguya, and I just think that she's in a better place with the Black Knights than she is with the Britannian Empire. So I don't understand. Why didn't they just work together on this? Like, I don't, what, like... Couldn't you just have told the Empress to, like, settle it? Do they not, like... Oh, man. Surely the idea of the Empress being free is what everyone's, like, it's what Zero will give her, right? Zero will be able to give her. Of course, it's acting like a hostage, right? But who in the world is going to, like, which group is going to be able to give her the most freedom? The Black Knights are, right? Which is what the Empress wants, and it's what Shinkai wants. The only thing that's sort of different is that Shinkai wants to be the one to do it. Now, so I feel like all of them just want the same thing, so I don't know why they had to fight for. You could have just got the Empress out there and be like, look, like, come on. That could have settled everything. Carlin wouldn't be captured, and Shinkai and that would be back on board. Now, I guess the only real thing would be that you had Shinkai's group. I don't know. Oh, I knew I was going to write down the lass's name. Shinkai is like the woman that's with him. But she's obviously in the with the eunuchs and stuff. Now, the only thing that I can get at is that if Shinkai was to suddenly turn, then it would probably spell disaster for her because she's there with them. But like, I mean, obviously he didn't know, but it's happened anyway. They've turned on him. He hasn't turned on them. You know what I mean? So it's nuts. It just goes back and forward so much. Like, shit is like, if relations are just fucking up in the air, just everyone's against each other. It's just fucked. It's just fucked. So fucking hell, it's crazy. It's nuts. I'm really fucking loving this season. It's such an interesting sort of like, it's just expanding. You know what I mean? And these past few episodes have been absolutely top notch. They've been stellar. I love them. So yeah, absolutely great. Love it. But that is all. So thank you everyone for watching. In the description below I have links to certain things. One of them is the Discord. I urge everyone to go over there, especially if you want me to react to a certain show, because that's where polls and things start. And also if you just want to come over and talk to me in the community, you're free to do that as well. And Patreon. So if you do want to support me, you can do with Patreon. The link is in the description. There's a bunch of tiers and rewards depending on how much you want to support me with. So there's the $5. That's the early access, $5 a month. That gives you access to all the Patreon shows I do a week early. And also Psychopaths and Code Geass get 4 episodes a week as opposed to the usual 2 that a general public get. So you get extra episodes and you get them a week early. So if you're coming for more reactions from me more frequently, you want to get the early access tier. $10 a month, that's the full length. So if you want to see my full length reactions to all the shows I do, then that's where you want to go. Everything I react to gets a full length. $15 a month, that's the exclusive tier, so that gives you access to another show I'm currently reacting to, which is Parasite. That's almost at the end now. That'll be swapped out with another show as soon as Parasite is actually finished, because once that's finished airing, that goes up on YouTube for everyone, and then another show will take place. So yeah, keep an eye out for that. Also, all OVA reactions and all movie reactions go into the exclusive tier as well. $50, that is the elite tier, so that gives you a choice of a show you want me to react to, and I will react to it. Every time you pay, you get a choice of a show. That'll go at the back of the list, and then I'll get around to it eventually. It might take me a while because there's about 7 or 8 shows in there, so it might take me a while to get around to it, but I will do it. And then, but if you want to get the very front of the list so that your show gets reacted to next, and you want to get God tier, which is $100 a month. Of course, if you only want to pay once, you can do, but every time you pay, you get a choice of a show. But that is all. So thank you everyone for watching. I'll see you all next time. Bye bye.